tier list. Something that we've been wanting to do here for a while here on the channel, and we've got an array of bowling balls, and we're just little twist. We have to agree. All three of us have to agree on where the bowling ball goes on the tier list. We lost Wyatt. We don't know. He'll be back. So we've got our categories. We got the GOAT, greatest ball ever. It's a must-have. Throw it all the time. Butter, it's a great ball to have. You always want your bag. Just always got to have it. Great ball to throw. Mid-tier, it's an average ball, wash up, whether you have it in your bag or not. No one's gonna lose sleep over it.
Yeah.
Trash ball is not good. I wouldn't recommend it having in your bag, but if you do, it'd be for like a house shot and nothing like too good. And waste of space. If you have it, you're just bad. Honestly,
it's a literal waste of space.
Waste of space.
Agreed.
And before we get into this by any means, we are not experts. So do not take anything we say literal. And we are basing all of this off of playability on college patterns, since we are collegiate bowlers.
Yes.
But let's get into this. So up first, we got a brand new bowling ball. The IQ Ruby. Ball's not even released yet, but we have seen it in action. Jet has a little touchy subject when it comes to this ball, but we'll let him take it away for this one.
Well, I was gonna get this ball, but then I got a different ball. So the ball looks great. It's an IQ core, controllable core. It's got a reliable pearl cover stock on it, which will look good on a little bit of the burn when the blocks get a little burnt up. And it's going to be overall a controlled shape down lane, so it'll be good and reliable. I wouldn't put this in the GOAT category yet because we haven't seen it in action enough to be a GOAT ball.
Yep.
But I could say it's probably pushing butter just because it's an IQ.
Yeah, I would agree with it. Just the IQ name alone gives it a high ranking. We haven't really seen enough shots thrown with it to give it a very accurate ranking, and none of us have thrown it, so I'd agree with butter.
I also agree with butter. I mean, just haven't seen enough of it yet, and just because of the name, the IQ brand, the other IQs have been really solid, so I believe butter.
Butter.
Go ahead with this one.
This is the altered reality. One of the best balls to ever exist. Me personally, I've thrown it, and it's an absolute nut of a ball. The pattern didn't matter. What mattered is that it went down 50 feet and hit the pocket like a truck. Didn't need friction, it didn't need oil. So the ball was very versatile, in my opinion.
Well, let's get this out there. The ball is illegal. It got banned. Can't even throw it anymore.
It was political.
We've seen so the ball is made for lower rev players to have them be able to hook the ball more, and when people who are meant to throw the ball, it looks like absolute hot garbage. Low rev players make the ball look like trash. Now, if you put the ball into a higher rev player's hands and drill it so it pushes down lane, so Jet throws the ball pretty good.
I threw it well. I mean,
just because of the fact that if people who the ball is meant for throw it, it looks like hot garbage. I'm gonna put it in the mid category, not going any higher.
Okay. I have for college tournaments, this ball makes mid. It's just not a good looking ball in those lower rev players. We've seen it a couple times, and I don't want to watch it anymore.
It hurts the eyes.
Yeah, it definitely hurts the eyes.
Hurts the heart when I see it. That ball was just so good.
Mid, agreed.
Yep.
I know it hurts,
yeah.
Okay.
All right, we have the dart code here. The dart code, we've seen players use it. We have a couple teammates that use it on the team. It's actually a pretty nice ball for an ASIM Pro. It reads when it needs to read. It looks good going down the lane. When it's perfect conditions, I mean, you really have to have maybe even close to the perfect conditions for it, because once those conditions are gone, that ball is not useful at all.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, when the conditions are right, it's very smooth, very reliable, but if it's not, it kind of gets a little flippy, a little over under.
Yeah.
I would go with mid with this one as well.
I would go with mid too.
I'd go mid, yeah.
Okay.
All right, now we have the DNA. It's an unreleased bowling ball. I personally somehow got one.
Fell off the back of the truck.
Yeah, it fell off the back of a truck. I got lucky and saw it and went and picked it up. No, this ball, it looks good so far. The shots I've thrown with it does what I needed to do. I needed it to fill that ASIM solid part in my bag, and it does just that. It is a little weaker than the gem, but a little stronger than the reality. Getting rid of those two bowling balls, needing an upgrade from the reality. This ball is the one you need. It's smooth. I haven't experienced where it's just absolutely just flipped really hard on me yet. Where we haven't seen it in college tournaments yet. I would have to go mid, but I will definitely be able to use this ball at the earlier part of the day. But I'm going with mid where we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, since we don't know how it's going to actually look on collegiate patterns, I'm going to go mid with the ability to change either up or down.
Alright, so here we've got the Electrified Pearl. It's a really good ball. It's meant for the later burn-up blocks where everything is just too much. This is your go ball. And it's very controllable because there's no flip block in the core. And the shape it provides is just something that not everyone has. And as a two-hander, it's a very great ball. And I'd say its responsiveness is pretty spot on to where down lane is. So I'd say later blocks, it could be an absolute butterball, but the ball isn't for everyone. I don't know where to put it.
It's a very conditional ball. It's for later blocks when everything's looking too much, and if you throw it there, it's butter. I'm going butter category.
Yeah.
I really don't know where to put it either. I mean, I've only seen it a couple times in practice, and then I haven't really seen it at college tournaments, so I really don't know. But I just don't know where to put it.
I'd say if you used it right, and you kind of just didn't do too much with the ball, I'd say it's butter if you use it right.
We'll go butter.
We'll go butter with that. Yeah.
Okay, up next we got the gym. So it's my big ball. It's an ASIM solid, one of the strongest ones on the market currently, and I don't like it. I'm not a fan of big balls, but I don't know. It's too flippy for me. I like more of a smoother reaction. I've seen a lot of people throw it more so on the women's side of collegiate bowling, but on the men's side of collegiate bowling, I would probably put it. I'd go mid tier with it. I'd go trash to mid, somewhere around there, that area.
I've got a gem too, and I'm gonna say in around the same spot because this ball is all right, but it has a tendency to kind of just stand up off the end of the pattern and kind of roll out really early. So I don't know. I don't know. I'd push trash on this ball.
I've thrown Isaac's ball, the gem, a couple times, and it's flipped really hard on me. Just at the end of the pattern, just decides to go left, not being able to control it. So I would have to go mid to trash range with it. For me,
I'd say trash.
I'd say trash. The ball's not even pretty to be called a gem.
Jet over here likes pretty balls.
I do. The Electrified's a pretty ball. Pretty ball nation.
Okay, I believe so. Up next we got the reality. We've seen good teams throw. Jet over here likes pretty balls.
I do. The Electrified's a pretty ball. Pretty ball nation. That's
Okay,
me.
I believe so. Up next, we got the reality. We've seen good teams throw it. WSU,
Oh, yeah.
they blow the pins up with this ball. Absolutely blow them up. None of us have thrown this ball, but from what I can see, the ball is butter.
The ball's pretty butter.
Yeah.
Early on, it's a very controllable back end,
Yep.
predictable, and overall smooth. Although being an asymmetrical, being able to have that back end is kind of huge. It's a
Mhm.
great ball.
I go butter ball.
Yep. Looks really good.
Okay.
All right. So the reality check. This is my big ball, an asymmetrical hybrid, and you've got to play with the surface depending on what works for you. Me being a two-hander, it was kind of a struggle to figure out what worked on this ball. And once you figure out what kind of works, it's a great opening ball. It's pretty controllable, front and back, and it'll give you an angle that you wouldn't usually have on fresh patterns. So I'd say it's pretty good. I don't think it's butter, but sometimes it really can be on these heavy patterns with its longevity. But for a lot of bowlers, it's probably mid.
Yeah, in order to be able to throw it, you need a lot of oil. It's a very
Yeah.
strong ball.
I've thrown it at one tournament now,
Yep, and we've bowled
and we've
10.
bowled at least 10 to 12. I mean,
I'd stick it mid just because it's got to be perfect to be able to throw it.
yeah.
So
All right, we have the Hustle Camo. I love this bowling ball. It does what I need it to do. Late game, mid times during the game day, this ball is just perfect. It doesn't read it too fast at the beginning of the day, or not mid of the day. It doesn't read the front of the lanes too fast either. It gets through there pretty smooth, and it's just an absolute nut of a ball. I love throwing ghost shots, and this ball helps me throw that ghost shot in there. But no, I love this bowling ball. It does leave me some 10 pins, but that's just bad luck. But I would put it in the butter category.
I haven't seen very many other people throw it other than Wyatt.
Mm-hmm.
With his hand and his speed, the ball looks pretty good.
It does.
But we don't see very many people throw it. That's one of the main things. I'd go mid pushing butter, but I'm gonna stick it mid.
I would stick it in mid too. I mean, obviously with its brother right next to it, the Hustle USA.
The better hustle.
The better Hustle. The longevity comparative, the Hustle loses that battle.
Yep.
Every time. So I think the longevity just pushes it in the mid when you compare it to something else.
That's 2 against 1, folks.
That is 2 against
That's
1.
That's tough.
That's payback for the altered
That
reality,
is tough.
because that ball's in
Yeah.
that.
So now we got the Hustle USA, also known as the better hustle.
the best Hustle.
The best hustle. Let's be
The
real
best
here.
one.
When we throw it at tournaments, it goes until it sees friction.
Yes.
It's like it's allergic to friction because it sees it and it just gets the hell away from it. It just goes. I've seen a lot of people throw this ball. A lot of teams throw it, and it's great. You can throw it almost any part of the day as long as there is friction for it to bounce off of, which makes it a very good ball to have in your bag, which is why I'm putting it butter.
I would also put in butter. I have one as well, and when me and Isaac both switched to the Hustle, I mean, we have a pretty good idea of what it's going to do, like every single time. And funny thing is, we move a little left off of our bigger balls just because
I go from the gym to my Hustle USA and I have to move about 3 or 4 left every time.
every time. That's just because of how it reads off the friction.
Yep.
And the longevity with the ball, you can chase it left, it'll come back like a dog. It's crazy.
I agree. That ball, it is pretty good. But the only downside is I have seen Jet and Isaac leave so many 9 pins with it. It is insane.
It's got a lot of angle. A lot of angle.
It'll produce some angle.
Yeah.
But I would have to agree that it is a good ball. It hurts to put it above the camo, but
It's where it
Has to
belongs.
be.
It's where it belongs.
it has to be
At
done.
the end of the day.
You gotta make these two happy.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, next we've got the Phase 5.
That is the hyped pearl.
Yeah, I know.
That's the hyped pearl.
So I have a hyped pearl, and it's my Phase 5.
Ball sucks.
The ball looks like a Phase 5 going down the lane. Let me tell you that.
Just color-wise, reaction-wise, it does not even
Reaction,
similar.
oh please. This ball has a great reaction. It's my ball down from the hustle, and this ball is smooth. Yet when it gets to the spot, it'll get back, and it's really reliable. Although I did 8-pin with it a couple weeks ago in a crucial moment.
Yeah.
But Rick Miller did give me this ball, and that's why it's good. Rick Miller, if you don't know him, averages 240 anywhere, everywhere. And it's an overall solid pearl, in my honest opinion, for a two-hander, at least.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the mid category. Maybe even trash. I hate to say it, but no one throws the ball. I've only seen it been thrown by one person, and that
There's a kid on Wichita who threw that ball.
That person's sitting right next to me. Is he on the team still?
I think so. He threw it last year.
Okay.
Before the Phase 5.
Anyways, so the ball has no momentum.
No.
It gets down the lane, and then it hits the pins. But you want a ball that drives through the pins. That hits the pins like a pillow.
Soft pillow.
So I'm.
Well, for how that hits for a pillow, I carry more than Isaac does. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
so
That's crazy.
so I'm still going trash. I hate to say it, I gotta go trash.
That's crazy.
You may carry more than me, but who's got the higher average?
No, man.
So I'm going trash.
But okay. I would also have to go trash because I have not seen anybody else throw this except Jet.
Okay.
And Jet is the only one I've seen throw this.
Just a freak of nature.
Psychotic. He's psychotic.
Yeah.
The good psychotic.
That's the only reason why is because I have not seen anybody else except Jet. Jet does make it look good.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. It only looks bad when I miss the head pin.
Exactly.
To the left.
It happens a lot.
Was that this ball that you missed the head pin and sniped like 4? Because it didn't pass the left or the right side
this
of the
year?
head pin? Yeah. Or was that the
If you can't tell, this happens a
I don't
lot.
know.
It might have been the S.
I think general consensus is trash.
Trash.
Alright,
That is 2v1.
whatever.
Okay, got the high road.
Jesus.
High road. Ball's great. Many would say GOAT tier.
He's leading you on.
When,
He's leading you on.
When I threw it, I
There's no way.
Gaslighting.
He's gaslighting.
Wait.
He's gaslighting you.
when I threw it, I
It's
hit
treachery.
I hit the pocket every single shot. I could go grab it out of my bag, get
Here it
lined up,
comes.
instantly hit the pocket. But you want to know what I told my teammates when I went to go grab a ball? You guys ready to see a 10-pin? And I kid you not, every single first shot, I would smash the pocket and I would leave a 10-pin. Every time.
No, every
But
time.
now-
Every time.
Now that I think about it,
Mm.
Jet, I think it's just him carrying.
Well, maybe.
'Cause
But the
now
high
you
road
see
was a
that-
guarantee. Like,
that is
you
true.
knew
That is
he was going to hit the
guaranteed,
pocket
yeah.
switching with it.
Yeah.
And then I think he went 3 in a row, one time 10 pins. I was like, no, you won't leave another 10 pin. I'm calling 7 pin. And he's 7 pin. That shit, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But that's just
So,
how unrealistic, unreal the carry is for him.
majority of the bowling community would put this ball in the GOAT category.
Yes.
Now,
I, however, get it out of my face. Waste of space. Don't even care.
Okay.
Get it out of my
No,
face.
hold on.
No.
Hold on.
Okay, you go. You go.
Because I also had this ball. This ball was pretty good. Not pretty good. It was great. I love this bowling ball for when the pattern got really torched. Now I have a different ball for that, but this did its job when I needed it to. I carried most of it out with
Sounds
this ball.
personal.
But I think this is close to just be belonging in your bag. I really like this ball. This is the best smelling ball Storm has brought out.
It is.
also.
It is the best
This
smelling
one-
ball.
Okay, yeah, the smell may
So
raise it a
good.
few ranks.
The butter.
Okay, now that I'm done being petty.
No, hold on.
Okay.
I agree with waste of space. Now this may be a goat ball on house shots, but on college patterns, if it's
Hey guys, working on the video here, and I decided that we're gonna make this video a part 2. Part 2 will be coming up soon in the next months, maybe weeks, hopefully weeks. I didn't say months, but stay tuned and subscribe and like the video.